Hi, I'm Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called 6 Feet Above. Nailed it.
Yeah, per usual.
You know, I'm going to make your life so hard right now. Ready?
Why? Everything Trevi just did is getting deleted because she swore a bunch and I have to delete the swears.
Before we continue this episode, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click the little notification bell so you know every time we upload a brand new episode.
So
you can just mute that part.
You're fake
just
for that.
Mute that part.
No, I'm actually just going to mute you the entire episode. It's just going to be me.
That's actually
You're welcome.
That's actually criminal.
No, that was crazy.
Whoa, I think we keep getting hotter every episode.
Oh, wait, I want to explain my outfit.
You're
like, no.
I think we were gonna get into. We were totally gonna get into that. Not kidding.
No, because you're giving Y2K, and
right.
Mine is just like an ode to working out because it's really been saving me.
Oh,
yeah.
Work.
Like I'm in. Okay, so for the audio listeners, I'm in like an 80s workout fit. Are there hand warmers around my legs? Yeah, because I couldn't find the leg warmers
ever.
The ankles are a little thick. They're fighting for your dear life, but it's fine.
Guys, if you are watching the video version and you're trying to fall asleep or you're driving, you can listen to the audio version. The link is in the description of this video.
And all I know to be true is every time I'm crying and I hit the Stairmaster, it's like, wow. It's actually, I've never had a mental illness in my life.
No, ever. And then it's like, how did Boa by Megan Thee Stallion start playing out of nowhere?
Okay.
In like what is it called?
In a loop?
Spatial audio. Oh. You could hear from behind you, in front of you, left ear, right ear.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy about that music video?
Tell me now.
Besides everything.
Besides actually everything.
That came out when I was a low-key getting dogged by a man. And when I tell you, I was rewatching that. Like, I was like truly like it was a of sorts. I was rewatching it over and over again. And each time I just felt a little bit more empowered to never respond to him again. So shout out Meg. Thank you.
It was perfect timing. It was God's timing. That's your girl.
Yeah.
Like your girl is Meg. My girl is Gaga.
And
let's just say I was in the same room as Gaga this week.
That is so, and we haven't talked about it at all.
We haven't talked about it at all. We'll get into it for sure, Boots. But I'm just really, like, I just want to take a second. Like, we just look incredible.
Wait, did you have any inspo for your look, or tell me about it?
I am wearing, like, low-rise jeans.
Hot.
Which
I've never seen you in them.
I know. You always told me that I would go in a tube top. It's technically a tube top, right?
I've been saying. Yeah, that is a tube top.
And then, like, a low-rise, and then some pumps, and then a bag. I'm like...
So hot.
I'm giving, like, I don't know, like, Bootsy Bellows in June 2002, like, I don't know.
Now, what in the world is that?
Bootsy Bells, it's a club, but I don't even think they were open to. Maybe they were. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
This is something someone would wear leaving Hyde in 2007.
So true. Literally so true.
Do you know there's like just like an iconic phase of Hyde, like 2008, 2009?
Okay, because when we went, it certainly wasn't.
No, baby. It's
why
died.
were there 12-year-olds there in glasses?
It's died since COVID.
I was alarmed.
If anyone's wondering, Hyde is like a notorious, very popular club in LA. It's like the Live of Miami, but it's like LA, like Hyde.
Yeah.
Like all the iconic club photos from like Y2K of like Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, like Gaga,
really?
Katy Perry, like leaving like the clubs, like it's all there, and they all like had these groups. And you know who was like the main like socialite at that time was Marsha, who you met, who now owns or is like she's like one of the main partners of Hwood, and like Four Seas, and owns like half the Hwood properties, which is just hilarious. I know, right?
Wow.
I'm terrible at people's job titles, so if I butchered that, Marsha, I'm so sorry.
Well, she just sounds really important.
She really is, and I live and laugh for her.
I love that.
But yeah, 80s workout. I love this. I love that you're working out. You said
gloves.
Twice a day, right?
Twice a day. I've been in that bitch sweating like a mule, and I love it. Oh my God, thank you.
You're like
you're sweating a lot right now.
No, babe, you're like you look tight and right, and your face is snatched, and like
you too.
I love a bitch that'll turn her pain and transform it into absolute motivation or like art in some form.
Thank you.
And you're not sitting, you know, and self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask for.
I really appreciate you saying
of
that.
Of course.
Because I got discipline, and I'm going to flex it.
You do. I have discipline too, but in a very different way. Like, with working out, it's hard for me. Obviously, I've gotten better recently. I like loving my yoga.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll be very procrastinating, and like I said, very last minute. I'll discipline myself.
You always
get
gotta-
shit. We should talk about like our week. What is?
Yeah.
Oh wait, let's start with our
Right.
We hello. Okay, we went out.
We went. I went out, stayed out. No, like it's crazy.
Where was I?
Like you were there. No, but like I
Fucking-
can't believe that I went out, and now I'm like begging Trevi every weekend to go out, and by that I mean just tonight. But anyways,
And I literally can't.
And you literally can't. Can you say why?
Yeah, because I'm going on cancel.
Check it
Right
out.
after this, and I'm hopefully gonna bring half those mother over here. If you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
No, because say it
You know
again.
what? You know what it is?
What?
Gogworthy.
Okay. So anyway,
Wait, look at me one more time. Gogworthy.
what is that?
I don't know. I just came up with it.
She
today.
keeps doing that.
Gogworthy. It's worthy of Gog.
Kind of is.
Anyways,
Like, why do we talk?
do we have actual tourettes? I'm going on tourettes.
No,
Ow!
really. Okay, so we go out. We both go out, not just me. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy. And we start at Jones in West Hollywood.
Joined. Please contain yourself. We started at Jones in Hollywood. We filmed. We went over there. We had a fabulous pizza.
It was hot.
Hot. I'm taking you there very, very soon. You know, it's 3-day weekend. I might be able to take you tomorrow.
Oh, period.
yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
giving memorial.
And we ate at the bar, which is usually frowned upon, but everyone
what
was
as
doing
far as
it.
like food or looks?
Oh no, because literally, well, there was like nary a seat at the bar, and I see this open seat, and me and this old man both go for it at the same time. He literally looked like he just escaped the true nursing home, and he was like,
The local.
yeah, I don't know why. What is true nursing home? The local one, and he's
Not
about
the
to
one
sit-
out of state.
yeah.
Sorry, go.
And
Go.
he's about to sit down, and then he's like, "No, you take it." And I was like, "This is my night to flirt." So I go, "You can sit on my lap."
What? Yeah.
And you go, "I'm horrified."
I know. I look at you. I go, that's horrifying.
And he was like, "No, thanks." Like,
Yeah. I think he was gay because he was with another dude.
I'm trying to flex the old muscles.
Me ever.
Shut
I think he's gay because he's with another dude.
me anytime a man rejects me.
I was watching something, I think it was Trixie and Katya's podcast, and they were talking about how like trans girls don't call gay men like gay men. Like we always call them gay guys.
Really?
Like that gay guy.
Oh, I'm screaming.
Like I've never
need to
in my
watch
life
them.
been like, oh yeah, so a bunch of my friends, like the gay guys, I'll never be like, I have a bunch of friends that are gay men. It's not in my vocabulary.
Does
Have you-
anyone say that? Maybe like straight.
I mean,
guys?
I don't know. Do you? Oh, but you're trans.
No, because really.
Okay, so we're losing
I know.
sight. So we go to Jones. We eat the pizza. The guy doesn't sit on your lap.
Which
Cry me a river.
sucks. There were some hot finance men
There
there.
were some hot finance.
Looking at you.
Looking at me, terrified of me.
No, they were mesmerized.
It's been happening again where I went out right after Gaga thing the other night,
Mm-hmm.
and I go out. The amount of people, like my look was everything, and
It was.
people were staring, and these guys were staring, and like I look back at them, and then they look away, and I'm like, you are so f***ing scared of me. Why?
You're like too hot.
No, yes, but like I don't understand why. What do I need to do? Is it the eyes? Is it the way that I present myself? Like, what do I have to do to make myself look more approachable? Because I want to be hot and approachable. Do I giggle more? I feel like I'm sitting here the whole time like this. Like every time I'm out, I'm like, I do have a face.
You're like, but it's like such a sleigh. I don't know. You don't need to change anything. You're perfect the way
Get
you are.
FFS
Shut
and,
up.
and voice surgery.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Men are weak. Anyways. So then we pull up to a party.
Yes, so we went to Brooke Berry. She's like the head of talent or head of something at Snapchat. Snap. Love her to death. Known her for a long, long time.
She was
we
sweet.
we used to work with her, or I used to work with her at Awesomeness TV like 10 years ago. I think like literal 10 years ago. So love her to death. Had a plus one. Brought Kate lavrentios.
Thank you.
My good old co-host.
Thank you.
But I had an oil stain.
Oh, right. So we had to go to your place first.
Yeah. So we the pizza dropped
We
on my
whipped it,
skirt.
yeah.
We whipped. I changed. We go
And we show up. Oh, so I started talking to these two guys like the second we walk in, and I'm like trying to make a mere joke with them, and they're saying how they're roommates. So I was like, "Oh, you sleep in the same bed?" As a joke. And they got so offended. They're like, "Whoa, pause. That's not us." And I was like, "Oh my God. Like, just make out." Anyways.
I
So-
know every time they get so offended, I'm like, I'm take it so far up the ass.
I'm like, why? They like got mad at me, low key. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go find my friend. They're like, oh, she's gonna leave now. She's gonna leave. And I was like, are we? I can't tell. Are we fighting? Are we about to hook up? Like, what is
What's
happening
actually
right
happening?
now? Anyways,
There were characters.
there were characters.
Brooke Berry, I don't know who you know, and I love that you know a lot of people.
Yeah,
But I will say the amount of characters.
it was so fun.
It was different crowds at that party. It was
Yeah.
very interesting, and I had a great time. Music
Yeah.
was fabulous.
The music was so good.
Yeah. Can you? Can you?
Okay.
Please?
Do you have like anything else to add before that? You saw a bodyguard, your old bodyguard.
Oh yeah, I saw my old bodyguard from like he used to like literally bodyguard like the O2Ls days, and I like look at
He
him.
was aghast.
He was aghast to see me because he hasn't seen me since I was like a little boy. And I look at him and I go, and he looks at me like he saw like the most terrifying thing he's ever seen, like this, and then he goes, and I'm like. Okay, but let's talk about that first reaction.
Nah, cause
What do you mean terrifying?
Yeah,
I'm like, I look amazing.
going on?
Why are you looking? I mean, honestly, you probably didn't recognize me. He's like, why is this crazy who's actually like a Sasquatch staring at me?
Shut up. Literal God. Well, I think it's because he was with his wife.
Right.
And you
Love
know,
her.
they gotta be like not looking at other ladies.
Yeah, but he was aghast. Well, aghast, I looked up. It means like, I think it means like shocked and scared.
I've never used a word correctly in my life.
Ever.
So
You're the true
ever.
the true nursing home.
The true nursing home. I'll just be making up words, using them consistently incorrect.
Yeah. So that happened. It was fun. But we also met some fans, or maybe they weren't.
Not at all.
I don't know.
Fan of you.
I mean, look.
Did she know you?
And I don't want to sound like that.
Say it.
But it was that behavior of like, I'm gonna pretend not to know you so I can like not seem weird.
Okay, that
like,
was happening to you a lot.
I know how to identify that behavior.
Wait, how do you peep it? I'm interested.
Just the overly nice, very interested, asking me a lot of questions, and then like the what's your Instagram? Like, I don't know. Like, I could tell by the tone and like the demographic. Like, if you're 21 to 26, girl, it's like there's room for speculation. If it's like a 30-something-year-old person, or if it's a guy, for instance, I'm not as suspicious.
Okay.
A gay guy, maybe not.
Not a gay man.
But anyway, I can kind of tell when someone. Maybe it's an energy feeling, maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know, but all I know.
I'm like, no.
No, all I know is that like I just can't. You need to tell the story.
Okay.
I can't.
I mean, you like lived it more, but anyways.
no, you witnessed it.
Well,
And I tried to forget it.
So yeah, you're like, I've been working actively to block it out.
Yeah.
I like see you talking to that girl, and I'm like, okay. Oh no. It's one of those things which like. They start talking to Trevi, and I'm just like standing there like a plank, and then I'm just like, "Yo!"
Yeah.
But anyway, she starts.
I
talking.
always introduce
No,
you.
always. And they start talking to Trevi, and I just like I'm not in the. You like introduce me, but then I like veer away because I was like, I don't feel like speaking right now. I was entering the mute moment of my night.
You were.
So I was just like, I don't really feel like speaking. I'm just gonna stand there, and then I just hear like screaming.
Actual screaming.
She's talking about your hair, and she's like, "I love your hair!" Like blah blah. Like, where do you get it done? Like,
No, it was her
right?
laugh. The laugh was the scream.
Yeah, so she was like laughing.
Can I?
Wait,
Audio
you lived
listeners.
it.
Wait, let me reenact it. And if you're watching this, poor girl, I actually did love you, and I
No,
did.
it was a sleigh.
It was. Girl, you slayed.
Yeah.
For the audio listeners and the video listeners, I would recommend you turning down your volume like a few decibels. She'd go like this. And It happened like 3 times.
You were like, I just said I had a cat. Like,
I literally,
so
I'm like,
funny.
I literally was just like, girl, I'm not even a natural redhead. And then she goes, and I look at her dead in the eyes, like, I have this like I look like a bobblehead because I'm so confused at like why she's laughing that way.
Literally.
And I'm like, my eyebrows are doing like this. I'm like,
I'm plugging my
no,
ears. Like,
Kate's in the corner,
I'm like, stop!
plugging her ears. There's blood coming out of her nose. Her eyes are bloodshot. She's about to explode. And I look at her dead in the eyes and I go, I love the scream. and Kate has taken that one and absolutely ran with it all week.
texting you. I love the scream. Literally, I love the scream.
We have a saying for every episode now, which I love. Last one was "Who's here to heal?"
Oh,
the one before that was what was it? I don't know. And then we also have like
God
a "Do you ever
only
get jealous?" Now it's
I love the scream.
I love the scream. I look at her, I go, I love the scream. And then she looks at her friend, she goes,
No, because her friend walks over to us, and it was the most confident thing I've ever seen. He like
she was in underwear.
Oh yeah, mind you, she's in
Literal, just
lacy underwear.
Just underwear.
She
No.
walks away, and I was like, Trevi, and you were like, yep, just saw that. And I was like, wait, she's like screaming as she's walking away. I'm like,
you can hear it fading away.
yeah. I love the scream was crazy, and I was just like,
But why did that come out of my mouth? Like, imagine me being like, I could have said like, I love your laugh. Like, I clocked her.
I love this.
I clocked her. I accidentally clocked her. I said, I love the scream.
Yeah, but then her friend walks over to us, and you're talking to her.
The next Scream movie, we get a brand deal. Sorry, go.
He like literally steps in front of me and he goes, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Wait." And I was like, "Is he hitting on me?" But it was giving LGBT.
Yeah.
And then he was
Gay
like,
guy.
Yeah, he was giving gay guy. And then he was like, "I'm gay," and he was like looking at us. He was like, "I just love women. You guys are just hot." And I was like, "Okay, I rock with
Let's
this."
transition.
But then and then the rest of the night, every time we saw him, he'd look at us and be like, "Oh, I just can't. I can't."
There's a lot of gay guys that'll do that to me. Who and I like, you know, like when you meet someone at a party and you have a casual conversation, then you like part ways and then you like, I don't want to like re-interact. Like,
You're like,
there's
"Don't
so
ever
many
look at me again."
There's so many, no, like, it's, I don't know, like if I don't know you, like maybe like let's have our conversation and like that was a fabulous exchange. But on multiple accounts this week I've had, and it's all been gay guys, and I love my gay guys.
Right.
Let me just make that so clear. Happy Pride. But they're always like walking past me and it's like, yes, mama. And I'm like, shut the up. Like,
Okay, I'm a
'cause then
Leo, so please always do that to me.
No, please always do it to Kate because
Please.
when they do it to me, I always have to like raise my energy too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks. And I'm
then
like,
at some point you're like,
at this point I'm like burned out.
my friend in New York, he hates when girls do that to him, but
Oh,
I
like
to say
when
it.
girls overly like tokenize the gay friend.
Yeah, one time I was walking with him and this girl was like, "Slay mama, slay queen," and he goes, "Don't call me a queen, you bitch." I was like, okay, that was an overreaction.
No,
That's kind of crazy.
No,
I was like, damn. He was like, yeah, that was kind of crazy.
But here's the thing. I also am saying this because I think it's different. Me being trans, like I feel like
totally.
a lot of the times, like people in my community, such as gay people, will feel the need to overcompensate.
Got it.
The for you, I could understand why it was like funny to you because it's like you're cis and like he's gay and like whatever. But like all the time, it happens
Right.
to me where people are overcompensating how gorgeous I am, and I do not take this in the wrong way, listeners. Like I obviously love being complimented,
Right.
duh, but it's like a lot of times it's like in situations where it's like too much.
Yeah.
It's the yes mama, oh my
Right.
god, down to the hair, down to the glam. You can just tell when they like, it's almost like they're purposefully clucking me in a nice overcompensating way. Did any of that just make sense?
100% makes
Like
sense.
basically being like, yes, I know what you are,
It's
but
too
whatever
much.
you're doing, slay. Like that's how I read it.
It's too much. It's
Or
too
that's
much
how like
sometimes,
when,
yeah.
and I know that they don't maybe mean for it to
Right.
be, and they want to like, it's like a supportive way. But when I hear like overcompensating, yes, mama slay, like you look amazing, cis, you're cisgender, you're so passable, and it's like,
Yeah.
like it just makes it kind of almost reminds me that
Right.
I am like
A simple just like you look good and that's it could suffice.
like could so suffice. Is anything of what I'm saying making sense?
It makes so much sense.
Okay.
It makes so much
I mean,
sense.
it's the same thing like your friend, like the gay guy, where like cis girls will sometimes like overcompensate for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just overcompensate for people
Yeah.
who feel like, and I don't want them to think that like I need that.
Right.
Right?
Totally.
I don't like, I know I look good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be stepping out if I didn't think I looked incredible.
Correct.
But maybe that's my own insecurity, right? Maybe that's not the way that they intended it to be.
But when it's OD, it's OD. And you're like, what are we doing here?
QLB. So,
Quite literally.
okay, so you know what QLB is.
It's quite literally begging for
Okay.
those that don't know.
Okay, so you did know.
Of course.
Okay.
I asked Trevi, I was like, hey, can we record this day? And she goes, QLB. And I said, say less.
Yeah,
'Cause I
quite
know what
literally
she's saying.
begging. So if you guys ever want to comment and you're like quite literally begging, just
Yeah.
say QLB. One of my songwriters came up with that.
Oh my gosh, you didn't?
No, it wasn't me. I was writing a song and I kept singing the session I was going. It was like a few days ago, and I go, I'm quite literally begging, and they're all like laughing, my producer and her. And then she writes down like in the note of the song, she goes QLB. I go, what's QLB? She goes, quite literally begging.
I love.
And I'm like, yes, Jamie.
Okay.
Yes, Jamie
come
Gilman.
on, Jamie. Way to cite your source.
So yeah, but the party was fun. That was great. We ended up having a great night. Anything? How did it end? You went mute and you got an Uber.
Went mute, went home.
Great.
You?
So, I went to Off Sunset for 30 minutes and then
How
I went
was
home.
it?
Someone walked in.
God, like,
Yeah.
can we escape anyone in the city?
Yeah. I'm just QLB. But I had something really, really, really exciting happen this week. I got invited by Interscope Records to go to the Chromatica Ball film premiere, the HBO special for Lady
Right.
Gaga's concert, Chromatica
Wow.
Ball, mouthful.
Seriously.
I don't know how to correctly word that.
Right.
But I got invited and I did the carpet. I was like
You
wearing
looked so good.
Babe, thank you. I was like head to toe Versace. Like, I really turned to look, and I was in the same room as Mother.
Did you meet her?
I've met her, but
Right.
I'm not that time. No,
Okay.
it was a lot. It was a moment
What
that
was it like?
it was great. There were so many like great artists and
Really?
even influencers that showed up. Like
Yeah.
very highbrow.
Got it.
Like the room was rooming. Like
Really?
it was a networking moment.
Oh my god.
And I was just really, really just grateful to be there. Like I didn't even have any intentions of like trying to like go like meet her. Like I just wanted to be there to support her because I love her so much
Right.
and like walk that damn carpet, serve a fucking look because
Right.
I've been supporting that for the
Yeah.
reason I started music, the reason I started everything.
Yeah, she's your Meg.
Like actually been supporting her since 2009.
Wow.
So it's just been like
That's such a big deal.
my first concert I ever been to. She turned me trans.
Right,
No, I'm
right.
kidding.
That's her effect.
And it's just like crazy to like be like that like little boy, I guess, being like so lost and like going to that concert, being like feeling like I like got like this is like the Monster Ball when I went, and I was like I've never felt anything like that. Like the inspiration, like I felt like I got like set free from like a mind prison. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
they put in that show. It was just the best experience of my life. And then like from that to like then me inspired to like make these videos of me like dancing in the Apple Store to her songs, and then like Google Chrome reaching out to me in like 2011 to be in like a Google Chrome commercial for her.
Right.
And I was like 12.
So insane.
So then that, and then like moving from that to like having same members of the team as her and like the choreographer, and then like eventually meeting her, and like the progression of like I'm a stalker. No, but the
You're like,
progression
well-
of like how I started as such a young person
Right.
and like used that inspiration and got in a circle
Mm-hmm.
relatively near her and have spoken
very
to her.
close to her.
I'm like insert clip of
yeah.
her, insert clip of me and her at Coachella. But like even that, like I just so wild. Like that person who was at that first concert would be so proud of me.
Imagine if she literally saw a picture of you on that red carpet.
Who, like younger me?
Yeah.
Like walking the carpet for her
in full
film.
Versace.
And yeah, but like all like her label invited me. Like it's just I don't understand how life works sometimes, and this is not a brag at all, because I am going to be very, very humble and say that I maybe did not deserve to be there.
You did.
But
you
I
deserve all of
swear
it.
to God, like I think it's so mind-blowing, and I just wish I could show baby Trevi that, like, you know, maybe you haven't accomplished everything, and, you know, maybe take a step back and be satisfied with the present. Like, because obviously I have so much that I have to do in my life.
Right.
And goals, and we can talk about goals and
You're
too.
doing it though.
But I'm working on it. I think that she would be very, very proud to see the progression. Yeah, it was amazing. The film is incredible. It's available on HBO Max. That's not a sponsored plug. We just love it.
But it could be, so
But it could be.
hit
So
us up.
HBO Max. Give us our own show or pay us. Or both.
Like, yeah. So.
The 6FA HBO. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Imagine if every single one of our episodes premiered on HBO.
It should.
Like Z-Way. Remember hers?
Oh,
like
is she on HBO?
No, it was Showtime, but like same vibe.
Wow. Wait, did it get canceled?
It did, but then I think
Why?
she ended up going independent.
How did that get canceled? It was
And it was
so
one
popular.
of the best. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
That's
not
so
kidding.
weird. God, she's hot.
But yeah, it was amazing night, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I think we're gonna do off our chest, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is the segment where we get something off our chest. Could be negative, could be positive. We just gotta let it out of our system. Kate, take it the away.
Okay, so my off my chest this week is positive. Woo! Because no man's bringing me down. And so I got a message from someone, and I'm going to be very vague with this because nothing's happened yet. But all I'm going to say is I was aghast when I got it. I sent it to Trevi. Trevi was aghast.
I bemurfed, if you will.
Bemurfed. It's really exciting.
It's great.
It's an agent. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
You can even say agent, part of a big agency.
Right. Because, like, listen, nothing's happened yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyways, we had a video chat and it was like really sweet. But anyways, what I want to talk about is before it, I hit up Trevi and I was like, okay, so like, what should I say about 6 Feet Above and the podcast and all of that? And you, in the most beautiful way, kind of dragged me and you were just like, listen, they didn't reach out to 6 Feet Above. They reached out to you.
Exactly.
What are your goals? And you got to think about that. And I was like, I got that text and I was like, whew. That's actually true. Like, what are my goals? Because I'm so used to everyone in LA being like, what can I get out of it? You know?
Yeah,
so
well,
when
and
you
it's
did that,
like,
I was like,
I don't want you feeling ever that you are like an extension of me or that
Right.
we are attached to each other. Like,
Right.
we're doing this because we are friends
Right.
and we love to gig and gag on camera
Yeah.
together. And this is a fun gig for us to do.
Yeah.
But you, like I've said since 2021, I've always said that you're a star on your own.
you have.
So I had to make it so ferociously clear
Yeah.
that, like, do not even bring my name up.
Right.
I'm like, I don't need to be a part of this. Like,
Yeah.
I've got that.
Right.
And, like, I have my own
Yeah.
world. I have my own
You're
career
like,
goals.
I got my own goals and
And
you
I'm
got
like
yours.
thinking about, I'm like, what are your goals?
And I was like, what are my goals? Because I really had to think. I was like,
Me having to help you, Zoo, was hilarious.
no, literally. I was like,
She FaceTimes me. She goes, wait.
oh
so
yeah. I was
what-
like, what do I say?
She goes, what are my goals? And
Yeah.
I go, I don't know,
I know.
Kate.
I was like, can you just give me like a spreadsheet? Anyways, my goals though, I am in the process of writing a show. I want it to be on HBO. I want to get into acting. I want to build my social media. I want to.
You are
am.
doing it. You are doing it.
And I've been doing this thing where I say it out loud. So
Yes,
I say,
manifestation.
I have an HBO show.
I have an HBO show too, and we actually
Yeah.
co-wrote it.
Yeah, we did. I
And
have
we're
the biggest.
we're co-starring. We're
Right.
both the main characters. Yeah.
I have the biggest app in the world. I have the biggest podcast in the world. I
also have the biggest podcast in the world.
No, it's mine. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding.
It's parallel play.
Yeah. Money is abundant. Money loves me.
I'm like an actual money magnet at this point.
No, because and anyways, It was like a really good call. We're getting drinks on Thursday.
Drinks?
Mocktails.
Liar.
No, I told him I was sober. I was like, if you can't tell from every reel I've ever posted, I am sober.
Wow.
So that was just like really, it was really cool because he found me through like my videos. And
Yeah, not 6 feet above.
Right. Not at all. No kidding. But it was just like, it was the Off My Chest is mostly you being a real, because like even in New York and LA, it always feels like people are not really happy for you when something great happens.
Right.
And you were like not only happy, but you were like, this is about you. Don't even swuck about me.
Ever.
And you're like, actually don't ever say my name again.
Don't ever
associate.
do it.
But that kind of like made me think of something else that's happened between us where you were also realizing
What?
this whole episode is you being a good friend.
Yeah, please tell me more. Make
Yeah,
me
you're
look
like,
good.
wait. So in the beginning, and it reminded me of this. In the beginning, when we were thinking about doing
God
this
created.
podcast,
No. I'm like, oh, Bible thumper.
you were like, shut up. No, so when we wanted to do this podcast together, a lot of media companies were reaching out to Trevi, obviously, because, you know, Trevi's a star. And they were like, we want you to do a podcast. And Trevi would always be like, amazing. I've been planning it. I have a co-host. And
we
they
had
were
like, sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but like we had
no.
like people coming to us and we had this specific production company.
Coming to you.
Coming to me, but with like upfront, like money,
Yeah.
like contract,
Right.
like episodes, like paid per episode,
Right.
like the whole nine.
Whole nine. We didn't have to pay a dime. They're like, we want to do photo shoots with you guys.
Yes.
And like yeah.
And I told them, and I was like, yeah, but I want a co-host because they wanted it to be like me and then like a new guest,
Right.
every episode,
Right.
almost like a talk show of sorts. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really think I can like vibe with that many people because like that's why I'm so scared to have guests on here because I'm like, everyone's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
We will soon, but like I just feel more comfortable just with you every week, and I just.
Yeah.
At that time, you were not making content and you were fresh to LA, and I just
Negative
I
clout.
kept pitching you, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "This is my co-host, and this is the way that I want."
They
it
were
to
like,
be.
who? And then they would see my social media and they said, yeah, that's hilarious. They were like, could we just maybe have her as a co-host, but she's like
Silent.
sitting behind you, has a bag over her head,
No.
gets you water. She's your assistant. No, but they truly were like trying to get me to not be in the podcast, or like they said some stuff, some shady stuff. They're like, oh, like maybe she can just, you know, not sign the contract and like occasionally show up. And they're just like, we're
Right.
taking a big risk by like bringing her on. I was like, okay, why y'all acting like I don't even know, like
I don't.
freaking. But you fought for me, and did it work
did.
out? No.
No, we did not end up signing that contract. We got very, very close.
Yeah.
Low key, they were like dogging Kate.
Yeah.
And like
High key.
like high key, they were dogging Kate, and I just was like, this is. They like wanted it on their channel. Like, we
Right.
didn't get to like upload it on our own or like do any of our own edits. And I was like, is that worth the money?
Right.
Like, is that like I
It
think
wasn't though, because they were going to add me into the contract and then pay you $3 and pay me nothing. That was like the ending contract when they finally like agreed.
when it was all said and done, they were
Yeah.
like, you can have a loaf of bread, and,
Yeah.
Kate can have
and Kate can just
have-
go in the back.
and slice it.
Yeah, literally.
So we
God.
didn't sign it, and I
Yeah.
said, I looked this in the eyes, and I said, wait, what is it? I go, and I told the CEO of Disney, I want to make history. Debbie Ryan.
Love it.
Do you know that reference?
Yes,
obviously?
of course.
Okay, but basically, I look
For
at Kate in the eyes and I go, "You want to make history?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Let's do this independent. Let's put all of our money and pay thousands of dollars
and
of
never
our
get paid.
ever."
No, but it was so cute because I was starting to have imposter syndrome because of all this. As one would, because like it is intimidating, and it's especially intimidating when they A, don't believe in you, and B, vehemently don't want you there. And
What was the word?
vehemently? Is that a word? Yeah, that's a word, right? Forceful, passionate. It's like, y'all try to play with me every time and it never really makes sense. I remember I was like, Trevi, are you sure you want to do this with me? Because like you have friends that have far larger platforms than I. And you were like, no, I believe in you and like I want you. And I was like, are you sure?
I love the progression of just
Yeah.
it was such a hard decision to make at the time, like not signing that contract. But I'm so glad that we show up here. I'm so glad like you've grown so much. Like you're taking these meetings. You have a manager. Like you might sign to an agency. Like you've just absolutely blossomed, and I think it's just like deserves like a.
Thank you. It's because of this podcast that's given me all the confidence to like really put myself out there, lock in, and just like.
It's fun to talk. This podcast just helps you warm up to like talk in front of a camera.
Totally.
Because it's just me, you, and Brie in a room every week, and it's so comfortable.
And I'm saying such out of pocket. I'm like, why don't I just do that in video form, in short video form?
I have a thing for the audience actually. So we've been talking to some networks, and a lot of networks really care for some reason about the audio streams versus the video, which I think the video is far more important because it's like the video version, like I don't know, you see the comments, you see it. So if you guys are a video listener, maybe like go on Spotify or like Apple and like play an episode. You just fucking mute it. Help my analytics.
That would be so cool.
Help my analytics for the listening. What's next? Oh,
You're
buy
off
off
your
my
chest.
I have a positive one, and it's just like a quickie. I did like the big one on my hair this week. I did full extension move up.
Damn.
I got my K-tips lifted back to the root.
What does K-tips lifted mean?
So K-tips are like individual extensions that are like bonded to your hair, and they like become your hair.
Wow.
With heat. It's like bonded with actual keratin, which is like what your nails are made out of.
Legit bonkers.
And then like I have like two rows of wefts. So it's like I have hybrid extensions. I have 2 types of extensions.
Damn.
And I got them all moved up because it was like the 2-month mark.
Right.
And it just feels so much more comfort. Like it feels like it's a part of my head again.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And I got my hair, like my color refreshed.
Looks
and my
so
roots.
good.
I'm also like doing a side part moment. I'm just loving. I did a lot of self-care stuff this week. I did the full. You know, when it's like you don't feel that good and you got to knock some of those that stuff out of the way. I got the spray tan, I got the nails and the toes.
Oh, the toe is so
and the
important.
hair. And I've absolutely 1000% never felt better.
You look amazing.
And it's not even like, it's just the fact that I did it and I like know that I just look better. I feel better. And I think that going into the weekend looking this good is scary. Me literally never letting anyone inside me ever.
I know.
I like, why can't I have...
Do we give high body count?
We do. I literally have only had sex with like 5 people.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. Like same when you think about it.
No, because like when you like subtract and like close your eyes and like shake it up and shit it out.
Right. Exactly.
I want to talk about something. I don't know if we've talked about it. Like why I want to be more of a whore. Like why can't I don't at all. I would love to lock down with somebody.
Right.
But it's hard. I don't need to get into why it's hard because you've heard it a million times. I'll shut the fuck up. But like if I wanted to fuck someone, like I want to do that without feeling like I'm gonna want to marry you the next day.
Well, yeah, that's why I can't sleep around.
Why?
I get way too attached.
Why can't I? And that's the proof right there that I'm actually a woman.
No,
because people will be like, but when it all comes down to it, you're a man. And I'm like,
why don't you shut
well,
up?
that's crazy because you guys can do anything that's like breathing or not and like not care for it.
It literally is like masturbating to them. I'm like, if I'm having intercourse with someone,
forget it.
I'm looking in your eyes and I'm like, it's crazy that we're getting married next week.
Actually, next week.
I think it's great that like women I know can sleep around and
fabulous.
Like go off. But for me, it's like I'm replaying it in my head the next day. Like I've never been able to just have sex with people.
Me neither.
Yeah. But I feel like people assume for me, because I do dress really scandy and I'm low-key thick. So people assume.
Yeah, and then like trans as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
do you want to talk about that Reddit
thing? I forgot to message this person back, but they messaged me a Reddit thread and I go to it and it was like in the canceled podcast thread.
On Reddit?
Yeah. And it was like, it said something about another podcast about how it's 2 trans women. And they were like, they claim that they were the first podcast to have 2 trans women, but 6 Feet Above has been around and it's 2 trans women.
I fear that joke is like...
And people were commenting being like, if you watch 6 Feet Above, then this is hilarious.
They're like, her voice is Did she get the surgery at UCLA?
At UCLA.
No, it's a real thing.
What?
There's a world-class surgeon at UCLA that does the trans voice surgery.
I know.
You're a sick bitch for that.
Yeah, I am.
You're a sick bitch for that.
No, but I found that.
Bemurfing.
Yeah, it was so funny. But like, okay.
There was something else. Oh,
Being a whore.
yeah. Well, just being a whore. It's like also I'm like, girl, you're gonna turn 26 this year, and that leads us into our next topic.
Okay, segue. Right.
I need a mental hospital right now.
Like yesterday.
Aging. We were talking about that in the last episode that we wanted to like go deeper on that.
I got a little mad. I got some DMs from men that were mad at me and saying, "Shut up, bitch." And I was like, okay, well.
But yeah, I mean, remember the last text of me that I just got that I just showed you? I literally hate all of them.
Yeah, because
Like, what's a girl?
But, oh, wait. Wait, he said that?
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about his.
No. He was talking about. Wait. Yo! Yeah, I know. That's why it was Bemurfing.
Oh my god.
That's why I was.
You were probably like, why didn't you react? I was like, God.
I just showed Kate a text message of like a text. I thought this was hello, a normal person from a dating app. They were totally normal, and then I gave them my number, and then they opened up with something like something very graphic about like my body that like I don't feel comfortable with, and I showed it to Kate.
I thought he was talking about his body.
Yeah, I unfortunately have the same body as him.
You don't.
You just always are so like delusionally supportive of my transition, and I literally can be like, I'm trying to think of a specific example, but like we'll be like literally in public, and she's like literally looking at me. She's like, you literally have a vagina. Like that's great, and I'm like, we can like it can be like a taboo topic, whatever. I'm being like more open about it lately because like duh, like I'm very open about me being trans, and I feel like if I got this surgery, I would talk about it online because it's a big deal. I had that argument in my head of like, if I were to ever get this surgery, would I be silent about it, or would I make it like a big deal? And like, honey, I love attention.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's
like
no one's business, but at the same
time, like come to like I'm like, get ready with me to get doing gels.
Right.
So, like in front of my vanity with the tripod set up, the Alex Earl light, already sponsored by.
I was about to say all products.
Get ready with me to get a vagina. That's gonna happen. But yeah, no, I don't. That's a whole topic that I feel like we could talk about. Like, I just don't know where I lie there. I'm very big on safety, and I'm very big on being comfortable in my own body, and I'm very big on if you don't have to do it, don't do it.
Right.
And I'm also very big on technology and technology advancing and being patient.
Right. Right.
So I'm not in a huge rush personally.
Yeah. Okay.
But that answers my question, and I will decide in the editing process how much of that stays.
Yeah.
But yeah, aging. I was thinking last night. I was like, I'm kind of excited to turn 30.
Like, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah, but check this one out. 30. My birthday is the 30th. My 30th birthday is my golden birthday. And it's on a Friday.
Wait, you were kind of born to be 30.
Flirting and thriving.
Damn.
So, like, my 30th birthday is my golden birthday, September 30th.
Right.
And it's on a Friday.
Damn.
Like, I should already start planning.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Yeah, we talk about it like it's next week.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at this point, with my Botox fading.
Stop.
I'm not kidding. Look at this. Look at this. Check this one out. Oh, yeah, I'm getting that fixed. Oh, yeah. Next episode, you guys, I will look like a Paris filter.
I love the
I
Paris
swear to God,
filter.
I will come back. You guys will be like, where's Trevi? Because my face is so blurred.
Stop.
So smooth. It's just eyes and lip liner.
You know what?
You're like, shut up.
I think we're all perfect.
But yeah, aging. Are you scared?
Aging. So what's so crazy is, so for those that don't know, I'm 28, which is the oldest you can be in LA, according to everyone.
Leonardo DiCaprio's just clocking
He's
out.
throwing up when he looks at me. He's like, "Oh my God!" Like, go to the literal true nursing home. No, like I'm begging.
I love the scream.
I literally love the scream.
No, because I get why she laughed like that, because you made me laugh like that.
Okay, so she's your okay, yeah.
go.
Anyways, No, it's so weird. Like when I remember when I turned 27, I had a full mental breakdown. And I was like, I'm so old. I haven't accomplished anything I want to in life and blah, 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 blah. And it's weird. Like 28 has been so deeply sexy.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been having the confidence to do what I want and really go after my fucking dreams.
Yeah.
And I do want to say something. Not to bring him up again, but the 28 was 28ing when I talked about that comedian a few episodes ago, because something I notice is like, so like he disrespected me, as you guys know, I talked about in that episode.
Dogged you.
He dogged me. Publicly. And then
public dog, if you will.
Yeah. And then I gave him another chance, which is very rare for me.
True
and then,
dog.
Yeah. And then he like essentially just treated me as an option the rest of the trip, didn't try to see me, whatever.
Disgusting.
And so the 28 was 28ing in that moment, because I remember I was like kind of spinning out for a second when he was not trying to see me at all for the rest of the trip. And I was like, he's probably like fucking other girls, or like maybe he just like didn't like me as much as like I thought he did. And then I stopped myself and I was like, the details don't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is how this situation makes you feel. And it makes you feel like shit. So I'm out.
Yeah. And also just recognizing his actions.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Right.
Right. And there's just been like, you know, like Christian Walker, like his feminist era. I kind of live for it, to be honest. Like, hate me or love me for saying that.
I know.
But like he was saying, is like, if he's not texting you back or if he's not reaching out, you're just truly not a priority.
Yeah,
to you.
I'm out.
Like, so you're out.
I don't think he's an evil person. I think that's like maybe the best he could do. And like, that's not good enough for me. Like I have high standards now, but that's not just with the relationships, like with jobs too, even like leaving modeling. Because I was like, you know what? This isn't working out for me. And I know I have the confidence that I can throw myself into what I really want to do and what inspires me. And what's meant for me is meant for me. What I love about this year of my life is I truly don't like to endure disrespect. I really pay attention to how I feel at this age. And I like never used to do that. I would give a man like, first of all, like 15 chances. And after the 15th, he's like, dude, like, can you have some self-respect? I'm dogging you. And I was like, wait, but you're dogging me,
wait,
so you must kind of like me.
Yeah.
And like even in like, and it's like jobs, friendships, relationships. I'm like, I so pay attention to how I feel now. And I just leave a situation if it does not serve me.
Yeah. This year, fully noticed as like one of your best friends, like you have 1000% made a 180 in just the sense that, I always have to say that, but in the sense of like you realizing your worth, stepping into what your actual like goals are, like not settling for like a, you know, I don't want to be like a normal job, but like you're like actually chasing your dreams. Like I've just seen it and I love it and it's fabulous. It's so 28 of you.
It is 28. I couldn't have done that in my early 20s.
Yeah. And 25, technically, if 5 rounds up to the next.
You're 30.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
But what's very 25
I'm
about
40.
What's very 25 about me is that just this year I feel like I really tapped into like my own personal style and like what I like to wear, not like what I would think that others would like me to wear. I've done a lot of like less is more. Like I've just really toned down like just trying so hard for other people, like, and just letting myself and my aura speak for itself.
Right.
Also like recognizing the people that I'm surrounding myself with, like evaluating in my head, because 25 is the year that your frontal cortex fully develops. Right. And I'm sitting here, I'm like wondering, like I've cut out 3 people out of my life this year, like in the past 6 months, and I have never been happier about it. Yeah. And one specifically, like it was heartbreaking, but I'm like, I cannot deserve to be treated with that much fucking disrespect. Right. And it's obviously like different, but the same as like your situation of like, you give chances, but then you realize you're being dogged, and you realize like the way that you feel, you're like, I don't want to feel like this anymore.
You don't have to.
And I literally just, to these people, I'm like, I am piecing the out. Yeah. I'm so sorry for all the bleeps that you have to do.
And they're necessary.
Yeah. But it's like, good night.
Right.
Good night.
Right.
Bye. And I've realized a lot of things that are right for me and aren't right for me. And it's just, I'm really stepping back into work mode, making so much music again. So inspired. All these experiences that have happened to me, even just in the past 2 years between New York and LA and sobriety and all this, so much to write about and so
Right.
much stories to tell that are going to be in my
Only the
album that
beginning.
yeah, the album's going to be insane.
Yeah, you've been going hard for your dreams, and it's so inspirational.
So are
for me
you,
too.
and that's just why I love us together pushing each
too.
other up.
Me too. And I love that we walk away gracefully from situations. It's like I feel like before
We leave it like we're not like throwing a match and then there's a
right. Before I was like, fuck you and screw you and I'm never talking again. And
Yeah.
I'm just like I
So
throw my
graceful.
hands up now. I'm like, no, I'm out. I
Yeah.
don't owe an explanation. I don't owe anything. Like I'm simply peacing.
Sorry about that ad break. There was no ad. We make no money.
We just had to do a quick break. It's annoying.
Oi, 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 oi. Okay, so that last segment, so cute. I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you.
No, so because it's literally, I don't know. We barely even talked about aging, but I think we like did in a way of like aging
Yeah.
and our experience so
Right.
far.
Right.
Are we looking forward to like 40s, 50s, 60s? I can't answer that yet.
Apparently, the best sex of your life is in your 80s.
Now, who told you that? Someone beyond the
Someone at a
grave.
true nursing home.
Yeah.
50s, you're busting left and right.
Well,
Like someone
it's-
touches you and you bust.
Well, babe, it's the amount of Viagra and Blue Chews that they're just racking up lines.
No, I'm looking forward to that. I really want to get to a point where I like love sex so much and I enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
That's it.
Work.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No, wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Questions?
QL boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
God. Okay, so let's answer some questions. This is the unnamed segment where we answer your questions or inquiries that you sent into our Instagram. We kind of moved this into like a questions and advice segment so we could broaden it.
Do I give the heavily sweating and bald guy a chance?
Yeah. If
I
you're-
literally did. That's my
No,
ex.
that's the. She's passing them on. You know what? If you're asking that question, I think you know the answer.
Yes.
If you're wondering, hey, maybe it could be a ride of my life.
Have you ever sat on a bald head?
No.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, maybe you give him a chance. Next one. Advice on getting clean from. Ooh. So. It's like that Nicki Minaj thing. So the first time you're not gonna get it, and then the second listen, the third listen, you're starting to be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Weirdly enough.
I don't know. Getting clean from K is like a really interesting thing that I ended up doing. Like, none of the withdrawals are like technically physical, like the way alcohol or benzos is. It's like psychological torture, but you have to like like the only thing I can like relate to it or like the uncomfortability that I can like associate it with is like getting off nicotine. It's that like
Oh, horrible.
it's just like that psychological need. It's hard, but like a solid like 4 or 5 days of just like cleaning yourself up and exercising. Like I wish I exercised because I realized that exercise makes it a lot easier. But you gotta stop cold turkey. Like don't try to wean yourself off. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not
Stop.
a thing.
Don't push your days. Don't be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Like just if you want to do it, just stop. And if you think if it's a problem, and you're noticing a change in your mental, your kidneys, like it's a whole thing, girl. So like if you're noticing that like you should stop and your body's telling you, girl, stop.
Yeah. Tomorrow never comes.
And I'm always saying that. Advice. My husband relapsed 8 weeks ago and has been lying to me since until I just recently caught him.
Damn. It's so hard because the way I see it is obviously you have the right to be mad. And at the same time, this man is sick and
Right.
suffering.
And
It's hard.
not him.
Right.
Right? Like the lying, I always remember the lying part. In the hiding,
Yeah.
I would hide bottles of wine and like my little ottomans in my room that had like
Right.
you could take the tops off and then they like go back on, like places that you would
I
never
just wrap it
assume.
in a robe and put it under my bed.
Shoe boxes, the
Does not
whole
work.
nine. Like, and it wasn't me. Like, that's not me. I'm not a liar. I'm not a cheater. I'm not all this. And it's like, I want to tell you, like, that's not your husband, but like, you do have to be harsh and be like, you
Yeah.
need help. And if you can afford help and even if you can't, like, send him to meetings and like encourage him to the best of his ability to get clean. But he, once again, is going to have to get clean for himself. And his
Yeah.
marriage.
And
you
also,
know?
it's not your job to get him clean at all.
At all.
And you can leave if you're fed up.
I agree.
You don't have to feel bad at all. Like, yeah, that isn't your husband. And yes, he's sick and suffering. He has a disease. But you have your own life and you don't have to put up with that shit.
Mm-hmm. And it's so mentally tolling. And I watched so many people in so many marriages. I've seen this firsthand. And I've seen how this goes down. I have seen it firsthand, and it can end one of two ways, and you can separate, and maybe when he gets better, I don't know, come back around. But it's like that is also not your job, and that was a very fair point that you made up.
You don't have to wait around for him to get his shit together.
Ever.
How to stop depending on happiness on male validation when out.
I don't know.
Let me know when you find out.
Keep that in. Honestly, not kidding. I'm like I live for the male gaze and the male gaze.
Right.
I love the scream. Stop. What would be your top 3 sports for athletes to marry?
Blake Griffin.
No, I think she meant like types of sports, like hockey, volleyball.
I just wanted to put that out there.
A Blake Griffin.
That I am single.
Okay, work. That's so not your type, but work, mama.
I know, right?
Yeah. You never responded to that guy from last week, did you?
Oh, I unmatched him.
Why?
Because he took 2 days to respond.
That's insane. You should have just dropped your number and said, "Let's move this shit."
You're actually kind of right.
I have his Instagram, so I'm gonna reach out.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
I'm like, what?
I'm gonna do this in order.
Okay.
3, the bottom. I would marry a hockey player.
God.
I know, right? Actually, I lied. Is lacrosse like a real sport?
Yeah.
Like, I think lacrosse players are so hot.
That's so you. I can't. I literally can't.
So I'd probably like number 3, like a lacrosse player, like a professional. I don't know. Or, number 2, soccer.
Okay.
And then number 1, basketball.
Okay, so you want to get cheated on.
I know, I just want them taller than me.
Okay, right.
I'm like, I just want to be able to wear heels with a nice guy with them.
Yeah. So this question is very hard for me because athletes, terrifying to date.
They are. I mean, she asked the question. It was
When's the last time you've been loyal? But I guess water polo is number 3. Number 2, is frisbee in the Olympics? I'm trying to go for like the loyals. Volleyball, hit me up. And like a short rotund man, maybe wrestling. Probably football player. I think they're hot, unfortunately. But
I think football players are so beyond hot. I think I need to like replace like maybe lacrosse with football.
Yeah, come on. Because football has more money too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, so we should go to a football game.
Do you want to go to a sport?
Yes.
Yes, down. I went to a Padres game with my mom, and that was so fun.
Oh, baseball's hot.
Baseball is hot. I forgot about baseball. This is hard. It's a hard question.
Is hard.
Whoever asked this,
I know. Good.
That's
question.
fabulous. That's gag-worthy.
So
gag-worthy. Gratitude.
Yeah, please.
QLB?
I'm so hungry. I need to leave. Okay, so what I'm grateful for is God, it's like I'm grateful for the same thing every week. I'm really grateful that I'm really grateful for my ankle confidence lately. I used to be really insecure about my ankles because people have told me I have cankles, and yeah, they're a little thick. But the fact that I even wore these hand warmers on my ankles shows y'all that my confidence is elevated, and that's giving 28. Grateful I'm 28, and just with age, I get more confident and less of a boy Zoe. So
yeah,
that's cute.
And
working
that.
out.
Yeah. I think same. I think that's like I'm getting in that groove of working out with my body, even just walking places instead of Ubering. I've been like walking a lot.
Okay.
Loving it. Loving my yoga. Very grateful. I think this was a fabulous episode. I think it really just showed. I've been saying fabulous a lot lately. I don't know why.
I love it.
I saw that comment and I'm like, I don't know why keep saying fabulous. So that's fabulous. I loved this episode. I think it was real. It was realistic. We kind of went in being like, we don't really know what to talk about. We never really have. I never have.
At Truly All.
At Truly All at the True Nursing Home.
The True Nursing Home.
But I'm grateful that I got all my self-care done this week. We knocked stuff out of the park. It's a 3-day weekend up top. It's almost Pride Month. And I'm gonna be,
You're like,
yeah. I'm like, it's almost Pride Month, and the hand drops. I'm like, and the wrist goes limp. This was a fabulous. Stop saying it. Okay, guys, we absolutely adore you.
Obsessed with you.
And Kate is quite literally begging to get out of
My
this.
stomach is rumbling. No, but I love you.
We love you so much. All right, bye.